Hi everybody, I'm Robert.
I'm Kat, I'm filling in for Lori.
And this is our TLC Summer Session A, Level 2, Class 5, Advanced Charleston.
Yep.
So we did a review of a couple things. We spent part of the beginning of class talking about airplanes in tandem, which, just as a reminder, let's do this one. They look like this. Okay. So what we sort of focused on, well actually first, we didn't really get to how to get into them as a review this week. So we're going to show here in the recap how you get into them. Okay? So the version we showed is an 8-count variation. The normal move is a 10-count turn called a A-frame turn. This one looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a right into it. So for leads, I just think of this as kind of a tuck turn in structure. So think of a tuck turn, it's open, compress, and then the follow goes through. If it's an 8-count, you just have an extra turn, right? A 1, 2, 3, and 4, a 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? The difference is, instead of creating this doorway for Catherine to go through, I'm keeping the arm down so that really it prevents the follow from moving away. Okay, so if we pause on the 5, a 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, Cat can't move forward anymore. And so the next part, the logical step, is to unwind. I switch hands, and then Cat ends up facing forward in front of me. And I just want to add that by the 5, we start off side by side, and by that 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I want to get right behind the follow so that their turn doesn't feel off balance. If I'm over here and Cat unwinds, she's going to feel off balance.
Yeah.
Okay? So as a lead, I'm just doing basic 8-count footwork, right? So rock, step, double kick, and boom. So follow stuff.
Yes. Follow, there's a couple of different ways you can do this. With footwork, you can pivot around or kick through the step. The pivot is like this. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1.
Yeah.
So
that
that you, that's all right. So that this foot is free when you come around. The other way you can do it is kicking through, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
So those are 2 ways you can do it. And if it's something I'm really not expecting, then I can just kind of pause and then catch up with his footwork.
Yeah. In a way, the footwork doesn't matter. All that we kind of want to worry about is to land on the 1. So 5, do, ba, do, 1, do. There's kind of a lot of variation to style it up until then.
Yeah.
So that's how you get into it. There are a bunch of other ways to get into it, but that's sort of the one we focused on. And then we did a couple exits. So I'm going to face this way. The first exit that we did goes back into tandem. So it looks like that. So you ba, ba, do, ba, da, ba, da, ba, rock, step, a kick, step, a double kick, double kick, double kick, double kick, and a do, ba, da, ba, da, ba. Okay? Let's go over here so you can see us. So the way to lead this as a lead is basically while we're traveling, I'm keeping both of these hands sort of in line with Cat. So when we turn, I'm always keeping my follow in between her 2 hands, right? So they're not out in front of her, and they're not out behind. So when I try to get out of this move, instead of ending up on Catherine's side, I need to end up back behind her. So when we're doing this turn, instead of keeping Catherine in between, I'm going to bring this right arm forward and then turn and travel behind Cat. So we kind of have this twist to us. So then on the 1, 1, you get this stretch that we've been talking about this session.
Mhm.
This is a hard move because leads have to do a ton of traveling. It only really works if you have space. So if you want to see it kind of in real time, okay? So just make sure leads that you're maintaining that arm, double kick and rock. Okay? I don't know if there's anything as a follow that you're thinking about for that.
Not too much. I'm just being aware of where my lead is, and if it's led right, I can feel that arm going forward and going, oh, there's space in back of me and he's not beside me, so I guess we're going back into regular tandem Charleston.
Right. So there's one other way which works really well if you have limited space, and it's also kind of a lazier way to get out of it, which is not to say that it's like a cheat, but it's just kind of a more relaxed way. Looks like this. I do double kick, okay? So for this one, basically I wait until I'm on the left, which is similar to closed position, right? Except we're side by side. And then when we turn, instead of me turning with Catherine, I'm letting go with this hand in front of me, and Catherine just turns out. From here, we're basically in open position with a cross hand. So I can do a rock step. And it's usually 2 counts after I let go. So if we do it this way, it'll look like left foot. Ready, and a kick, step, double kick, double kick. Here we go. 1, 2, rock, step. And from here we're in open. So we can do a pass by, do-da-da, do-da-da. Or we can use this to get back into closed, right? A rock, step, a triple. Or another entrance we didn't talk about, you can use this to get back into tandem. A rock, step, kick, and a dee-ba-ba, do-ba-da-ba-da-ba. So I think that's it. I don't know if you have any follow stuff for that turn.
Not too much. Again, just being aware of where your where your lead is, so that you are not kicking your lead. Not kicking down into the floor. Trying not to step on your lead either.
Yeah. It also, sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
It also helps us move if both leads and follows keep their feet underneath them, right? So if one of us is straining, right, or reaching, then you're more likely to get your partner off balance, but you're also more likely to kind of nick them or kick them.
Absolutely.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
So we'll see you next week. We're having a workshop. It's going to be a shag workshop, and we're going on summer vacation for most of August. Okay?
All right.
Have a good night.
Night.